Hi and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Can I have a quick +1 in the chat that I am visible as well as equally audible? Then we would start right away. Okay. We would wait for just 1 or 2 minutes, then we would start. Okay, thanks a lot, Ketan. Hey Aman Verma, hey Kunal Haldia. Okay, so let's start with today's problem or yesterday's problem of the day, that is overlapping intervals. Okay, so this question came in Amazon, Google, and two more companies. Okay, hello. Okay, so this is a medium level problem with a success percentage of 79%. Okay, so let us understand this. So we are given a collection of intervals. The task is to merge all the overlapping intervals. What do you mean by giving a collection of intervals? Given a collection of intervals means that you can take it as a start and end. Okay, suppose it is 4 and 6, you would be given intervals like this: 4 and 6, and then 1 and 2, then 3 and 4. Okay, it means that the intervals are from 4 to 6. First one, second one is 1 to 2, and 3 to 4. This is how. So let us draw the test case and let's try to solve it. Okay, so for solving this test case, there are 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so till 10. So let's draw an array of size 10. Okay, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is it. So now let's mark the indexes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so the first interval would be from 1 to 3. Okay, so let's mark the first interval 1 to 3. Okay, then 2 to 4, 2 to 4. Okay, and then 6 to 8, 6 to 8. Okay, and then 9 to 10, 9 to 10. Okay, and we would merge the overlapping intervals. Okay, now we can see that these two are overlapping, these two are overlapping at which point, at this point and this point. Okay, so we would just mark 1 and 4. Okay, 1 and 4, okay, can be this. Okay, then we can say this is not overlapping 6, 7 and 8, so just we would write 6 and 8. Okay, then again 9 and 10 because it is also individual. Okay, so 9 and 10. Okay, so just by drawing out this test case, if you just draw out the test case and try to solve it using pen and paper, you would see that you are very near to the answer, very near. Okay, how? I am telling you, you can see if it is not intersecting at any point, then this is individual and we would report it. If it is intersecting. Okay, so now let us take all the cases of intersecting. We can see this is an intersection. Okay, if this is the case, then we would report this and we would report this. Or else, what is the intersection here? We can see that it might be the intersection like this. Okay, it might be the intersection like this. Then we would again report this and we would report this. Okay, and there are no more cases of intersection, and the other case of intersection can be this. Okay, but this is kind of very similar to this only, so we won't be writing it. Okay, so these are just the two cases of intersection. So we can see that if we take the first starting point, okay, if we first take the starting point, okay, and if we don't write the ending point, and we see that what is the start point of the next one, if it is the start, what is the start point of the next one? If the start point of the next one is before the end point of the next one, okay, then we would just report the start point of the first one and the end point of the second one. Okay, and here we can see the start point is colliding and the end point is also colliding, so we would just report this. Okay, मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ ना कि यहाँ पर सिर्फ दो केसेस हो सकते हैं इंटरसेक्शन के, आइदर एक केस ऐसे होगा, ऐसे 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 जैसे भी होगा. सो एक केस ऐसे हुआ, सो अगर ये केस ऐसे हुआ, सो दिस वी वुड रिपोर्ट दिस फर्स्ट द स्टार्ट पॉइंट जहां पर शुरुआत हुई है, फिर द इंटरसेक्शन पार्ट. ओके, इंटरसेक्शन पार्ट कब होगा? व्हेन इट वुड इंटरसेक्ट, जब इसका स्टार्ट टाइम इसके एंड टाइम से पहले होगा तभी वो इंटरसेक्ट करेगा. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट, एंड इट शुड बी आइदर इक्वल, यहां से यहां हो जाए तो ये भी तो ओवरलैपिंग हो गया ना. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो, एंड द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज दैट ये पूरा इसके ऊपर चढ़ा हुआ है. एम आई क्लियर विद दिस आइडिया और नॉट? Okay, so we can see that the start time is absolutely more important. Okay, so start time is more important, that is has higher priority. Okay, what is the next thing that we need to do? Okay, the next thing that we need to do is this would also have a end time, this would also have a end time. Okay, this would also, they both would have an end time. So which end time we would consider, this end time or this end time, this or this? So we can see that every time if we just consider the maximum end time, we would give our answer. Okay, मैं फिर से बताता हूँ. Suppose this is a line, this is a line. Okay, this end point is here and this end point is here. Suppose it is overlapping. So we can see that the end point which is having, suppose we know it is overlapping, so the end point which is having a value larger would be the end point of the segment. Okay, the maximum, this side end point, so this side end point would also always have a value greater. Okay, can I have a quick +1 from the Gautamala, Kunal Haldia and Ketan and Aman and all? Okay, there are 10 live viewers at the moment, so can I please expect a +1 from everyone else? Okay, talking about Gautamala, hey, hi. Okay, so now what is the basic idea? What we would do is we would simply see that start time is more important, so we would sort everything on the basis of start timing, and we can see that yeah, this start time would be less and this start time would be more. Okay, so we just need to consider the start time. Okay, so we would save somewhere start time, so we would save x is equals to, suppose it is the start time. Okay, and then y is equals to the end time. Okay, and then we would consider the next segment. If the start time of the next segment is suppose this is x, this is y, and this is colliding, so we can see that this would be a and b. Suppose this is a and b, so we can see this a would be less than y. So y, if okay, if a is less than equal to y, then we would just update just the end point, that is this would be updated. Okay, else what we would simply do it, we would know that this is a disconnected thing, so we would just insert it. This won't overlap, so we would just insert it. Okay, again for the second condition, let me draw out the test case and it would be more clear. Okay, suppose we have x and we have y and we have again a and we have b. So now x and y would be same. So now if a is greater than x, okay, if a is greater than y, sorry, endpoint, okay, then we would just insert it, okay, then we would just insert it. Okay, thanks a lot everyone. Okay, so good to go. So let us move to the implementation now. The implementation is absolutely simple. As I told, what we would do is we would sort the array and we would check it. Okay, we would check it if it is less than or equal to or not. Okay, just so first let us copy the test case and we would see how we are solving it. Okay, so let me copy out the test cases and we would do the dry run. Okay, simultaneously. Let me draw out the test case and add to the current page, and then we would add to the last page. Okay, so let's draw the test case. Okay, so yeah, so the thing is that first we are sorting the vector. Okay, the default vector would sort according to the start time. Okay, and it is given that this is the start time, this is the end time. Okay, so let us sort this array on the basis of start time. So we can say this is already sorted, but we would again write it 1 3 2 4 6 8, okay, and then 9 10. Absolutely clear. Okay, now we would make a vector of answer to store the answer. Now we would initialize the end with 0 and end with v dash size minus 1, and we would initialize the first one. Okay, so for now st is equals to 1 and et is equals to 3, the first value, this and this. Okay, good, simple. Then we would start from the second value, so we would just start seeing from the second value itself. Now if this is the start, so if the start, as I told, if the start I told saved in SF and EF, so if the start time is less than the end time, we would just, what we would do, we would just remove this and we would update it to 4 and we do nothing. Okay, we would do nothing. Okay, so now we would again iterate. So what we are doing, we are just using max of both the, okay, max for both of good is 4. For now st and ef value is 1 and 4. Okay, now the third one in the next iteration. So 6 and 8, is 6 less than et or not? No, 6 is more than 4. So first we would insert this, so we have inserted 1 and 4 to our answer, and the next one we would again initialize, okay, st, okay, as 6 and 8, okay, because we got a new endpoint. So we have first pushed it and then we have initialized a new one. Okay, so now again we would see the next one. Again we are seeing that this 9 is starting after this segment, so again we would be inserting this, that is 6 and 8, and then we would be using st is equals to 9 and 10 now. Okay, and at the end this would be over because we have no elements left. Okay, no elements is left. Now we would again insert this, okay, whatever is left now. So 9 and 10, 9 and 10. Okay, so this is the dry run of this. Okay, so if it is greater, we would simply push back and initialize with a new one. If it is not the greater, we would just update the endpoint. Okay, we won't insert it. Okay, am I clear with this or not? I would be starting a timer of 1 minute. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, else we would conclude this session as of now. Okay, so let's start the timer for 1 minute and we would see. Okay, just if this is clear, just let me know. Okay, I don't do it, but please like and comment. Okay, okay, now talking about the doubt one, yeah, this is it. So the things are like this. that YouTube recommends the video which is having higher number of likes and comments. Okay, so and it takes a lot of effort. So just if you appreciate it, or either give some positive feedback or some negative feedback too, then I would just improve. Okay, so please repeat bhai. Okay, yeah, sure, I would be repeating it. Okay, so the idea is absolutely very simple. Okay, the idea is should you need the repetition of the code one, or you need the repetition of the idea? Can you be clear, Kunal? The idea is okay, the idea is clear, I think, because the thing is that you told in the chat that gave a +1 when the idea was discussed. So let us, okay, so what we are normally doing here is we are first sorting the vector. Okay, by default the vector would be sorted according to the first value. Here the first value was the start time, which was our desired thing. Okay, so we then sorted. Hey Jay, okay, hey Jay, okay, okay. Then we have the vector of answer. Then we would be initializing the endpoint as -1. And then what we are doing is we are giving the size of the vector. Okay, okay. We would be sorting the vector. Okay. By the way, Jay is my senior. Okay. So talking about this, Jay Bhaiya, yeah, bubble or selection. Okay. This by default does the most optimal sort by itself. Okay. We don't need to implement that. Okay. So vector of answers, and then we would just initialize with -1 and then do n, and then start time and end time we initialize with 1 to the less than n. Okay, so then we push back if it is greater. Suppose this is it. Okay, suppose if this is greater, okay, suppose this is the case, there might be only two cases, that it is either overlapping the things or it is just discontinued. If it is discontinued, then you can see, suppose a and b and then x and y, then this x would be greater than b. Okay, so if that x is greater than b, this is the condition, we would be just be pushing this. Okay, and then we would be starting off with this again. Okay, this is what we are pushing it, and again starting off with this by assigning it, and then we do the, or else we just do the update the endpoint. Okay, so this was it. Can I have a quick +1? After that we would conclude. I would be waiting for the next 1 minute. If I don't get any doubts and all, I would be turning this session off. Okay. Okay, Jay Bhaiya. You teach really well. Okay. Thanks a lot, Jay Bhaiya. Okay. Thanks a lot, Kunal. Okay. So I see no doubts coming. So that is it. Thank you and have a nice day. Okay. If you face any doubts, okay, you can text me on LinkedIn. My username is Siddharth Hazra, or you can just comment in the video. Okay. If I don't see the comment, you can ask me on LinkedIn. Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.